Hey guys, welcome to Project Management World, and we are back with another video. In this video we're gonna discuss about a key documents, a key you can say registers that a project manager or a project management team member should maintain throughout the project life cycles. These are very important and people do not give that much importance to these documents, but eventually these are very important and very useful for a project manager to keep track on all the things. Documents are, first one is assumption log, change log and issue log. So we will cover these three topics today, and we will see like what are these documents, what are these registers, why they are used and how they look like. So we will cover all these things today in this video. But before jumping to the video, if you are new to channel, I would like you to please subscribe the channel and press that bell icon so that whenever I upload a new video you can get the latest update. So let's start this. So here we go. So we will cover these three topics today: assumption log, change log and issue log. So let's jump to the first one, that is assumption log. So what is the assumption log? So it is simply a place to log all assumptions and track the validation of each one. In simple words, this assumption log is used to record and maintain all the assumptions that we made during the project. Next point, we have high level strategic and operational assumptions or constraints are normally identified in the business case before the project is initiated and will flow into the project charter. So this document contains assumption as well as constraints, and the high level assumption, high level constraints are normally identified in the business case and we involve those in project charter as well. And third point, we have lower level activity and task assumptions are generated throughout the project, such as defining technical specification, estimates, schedule, risk, etc. The assumption log is used to record all assumptions and constraints throughout the project lifecycle. It is telling here that we capture the high level constraints and assumption initially in the business case and the project charter, but the low level assumptions and constraints we capture during performing those technical specifications, schedule, risk, etc. So all those lower level assumption and constraint we capture from there. As I said, this assumption log is used to track all the constraints, all the assumptions throughout the project life cycle. So that is what the funda of assumption log. So now let's see how it looks like. Here you can see in the table, so this is a sample assumption log template, you can say. One of the template, you may see a different kind of template, but these are the column that must be there in an assumption log. We mention here the project number and the date. This column is showing as the ID. We can give a unique ID number to assumption. Then the next one is the category. So what it is telling here, this should list what portion of the project the assumption impacts, so what category it impacts. Then we will define the assumption in the third column. Then fourth column we have is the responsibility, so we need to assign a team member to validate that assumption. And next one we have is the due date, so we must enter a due date, like by when we can validate this. And then we have status, so status may show that whether it is open or closed, and if it is open then where are we as of now. And then our last column is the actions. If we need to take any action, we can mention that here in this column. So this is how the assumption log template looks like. Now let's move to the second one, which is change log. What is change log? So change log is a document tracker of any change that impacted scope, schedule, cost of a project, irrespective it is approved, deferred or rejected. So in simple words, this register, this template used to record and maintain all the changes that happens during a project. So whenever any change comes, we list down that in the change log. Change may be any kind, like whether it can impact schedule, cost or scope. Next line we have is rejected changes also included in the change log, as we discussed just now. The change log can easily be managed by using manual methods such as documents or spreadsheets. So generally we use some Excel spreadsheets for this, and it can also be managed automatically through web-based tool or software. So there are some software as well that we can use to track these changes. And the last point we have, it is an important document that is used in managing and controlling the changes that arise during the project planning, implementation, or even review. So it used to manage and control any kind of changes that may arise from in planning, or you can say execution, or during a review process. Without it, stakeholder do not have any way of telling about changes that were adopted or even rejected for a particular project. Assume if we do not have this template, this register with us, in future how can we track like this change arrived, when this change got closed? So this is a very important document and you must maintain to keep the track all of the changes. Now let's see how the template looks like. You can see the table below. We have this project change log, and we have several columns here as well. So we can enter the project name, project sponsor. The first column you can see we have the ID or serial number, whatever you can say. Then originator, who originated the change, the description of change, the date received, so when this change was received, date required, scope impact, if it has impact on scope, then what will be that will be listed here. Same for the schedule impact, same for the cost impact, that is spending impact here. And then the last column we have is approved, yes or no. So whether it is approved or rejected, we should maintain this project change log for all the changes that arrived during the project. This was the change log, and now let's move to the final and the last one, which is issue log. So what is issue log? So it is a document or tracker of a list of issues that surface while testing, that is quality standards of an agreed deliverable, or issues from procurement resources. So similar to the other logs, other templates, it is also a document or a tracker which tracks the issues that may arrive during the testing or maybe during the procurement resources. So any kind of issues we are facing, we can maintain this issue log. An issue log in project management is critical for keeping track of problems that might affect the deadline, budget, or even team morale for a project. So in this issue log, we keep track of all the problems that arrives during the project, and if we don't maintain this issue log, we may face several problems for the deadline, for the budget, and for the team morale as well. Creating a register using a project management issue log template will allow the project manager to visualize the problem at a glance to ensure the quick resolution of all listed issues. It's telling here, if we have issue log with us, then project manager can easily visualize, can easily see what are the issues we are facing as of now, and you can solve those problems with the best approach. Makes this register more important as well. So now let's see how this issue log looks like. If you can see the table below, we have a issue log template. So similar to other template, we have the serial number or the ID, then the issue title, what is the issue. For example, there are some issues listed here: code module issue, user access issue, whatever the issue is. This issue was reported, the date should be there. Then we have reported by, who reported that issue, that name should be here. Then the owner, who will own this issue to solve and all. And then we have severity, you can see low, medium, or high. Then priority, how urgent it is, so we have urgent, high. And then last column we have is the status, like whether it is closed or open or work in progress. So this is how a issue log looks like. And we covered all three logs, you can say. We covered assumption log, then we covered change log, and then last one we have the issue log. So these are very, very important document for your PMP exam and in your real life project management as well. As a project manager, as a project team member, you should definitely use these templates to record all the issues, all the changes, and all the assumption and constraints in your project. And in PMP exam as well, you may see many questions related to this, because while answering, many people get confused between these logs because the name is quite similar, so people get confused. So I hope now you have some clarity with this video. And yeah, that was all about this video, and we will come back with another video soon. So thanks and have a good day.